So today we are going to discuss about increasing hosting capacity. So the level of power quality disturbance that should be set to a limit because large amount of distributed generation are connected to the power system, right? So power quality, that can be a local issue or it can be a global issue. Local issue like high disturbance due to one or few generators, and global issue like resonances or weakening of transmission system, right? So when power quality sets the limit, there are number of measures are there that will be taken to allow more distributed generation to be connected so that we can increase the hosting capacity. So in that we need to strengthen the grid. So with power quality disturbance, the voltage disturbance level is often proportional to the source impedance, right, at the location of the source of the disturbance. So it may cause voltage fluctuation, rapid voltage changes and unbalances. So there are various ways for strengthening the grid, that is adding lines, that is cables, adding transformers, reducing feeder length and increasing feeder cross section. But it is very difficult, however, to build new lines, especially at higher voltage. So these things have traditionally, it was very important at the time while designing the distribution and transmission system, right? Then emission limits for generator units and other customers. So emission limits for generator units, that is overloading, losses, voltage rise. These are related to the transport of active power by new generator units. Setting limits on active power transport, that could immediately put a limit on the size of the generator. That is, for example, setting a limit on the amount of harmonics that can be emitted does not directly limit on the size of the unit. So it might only make the unit more expensive because different grid that are interface method will be different. So emission limits for generator units could be set by the network operator, or it can be set by the local standards or internationally also. So IEEE harmonic standard, that is 519, it sets requirement on the emission of any generator that will be equal to the requirement for the largest customers. So emission limits for other customers. So when the acceptable limit are not changed, this increases simply leaves less space available for new customer. So next is passive harmonic filter. So this passive harmonic filter, it consists of inductance, capacitance and sometimes even we are using resistance. So two most commonly used configurations are series filter and high pass filter. With this we will use passive series filter also. So what is this series filter and high pass filter? So we'll discuss in detail. Series filter, it consists of inductance and capacitance, creates low impedance path for harmonic current at single frequency. So this filter typically used to tune, and they are close to harmonic such as 5th, 7th or 11th and 13th. And in case of high pass filters, it contains inductance, capacitance and also resistance. Creates low impedance path for all frequency above a certain cutoff frequency. What is this cutoff frequency? It is typically rather high above 5th harmonic to prevent increased losses at power system frequency. So with this inductance and capacitance, we also use resistance, which creates low impedance path for all frequency above certain cutoff frequency. So next is power electronic converters.